Welcome back to another episode of Faithful and Unfiltered.
I'm Ash.
And I'm Ashley.
Did you miss me?
I know y'all missed my girl.
Tell me you love me. How y'all
She
doing?
back, y'all.
Ooh. Ooh.
Did y'all miss that?
You know that's my signature, baby.
You gotta do it every time.
Yeah. Yes, welcome back to another episode of Faithful and Unfiltered. This week we're going to be talking about independent versus relationships.
Is it possible to be independent? And this can go for both parties, man, women, and still maintain a relationship or be in a relationship with a partner.
And we have a guest. Ooh.
Yes, we do, y'all. This is my friend, y'all. 10 plus years. We're going to get some insight from him. Y'all welcome, AZ.
Welcome, AZ. Yeah. Let's
What's
do
going
this.
You said the topic was independence. Can you keep your independence while you're in a relationship?
Yes, but I think before we even get into all that, define, like, all of us, each of us, because we need to all be on the same page with what we're talking about when we say independence. Because you could be thinking one thing, you could be thinking one thing. So independence, as an individual, how would you?
Well, let me ask, what's your definition of independence for a woman? Because it might be two different definitions.
It might be three different definitions.
It's definitely going to be three different.
Go ahead, Ash.
Independence for me, it means something that you have no choice to do. It's just you. Mm-hmm. So you don't have no choice but to be independent. I personally am not independent in a relationship, so independence to me just means you're alone.
And see,
you're on your own, buddy.
With me, I would say, especially, okay, so all I can speak from is a woman perspective. I ain't no man. So, independence within a relationship is allowing yourself to, you know what I'm saying, do you, basically. Like, it's not like I'm defined by my partner or like I'm, okay, say this. I got a man and I got myself. We're defined as us. I don't have my own individual identity to be independent, or I'm not talking about like taking out the trash and stuff, because a man supposed to do that. When I say independent, yeah, I'm not touching it. I'm not doing that. But independence is like me being able to branch off and do me and be myself and have my own thing going without defining with having you. You know what I'm saying? All the time, my partner.
I mean, but that's what we want. We want y'all to have y'all own thing. We want to have our own thing too without being bothered. But it's just like when we try to have our own thing, it becomes like a more so issue where it's like, oh yeah, why are you doing this without me? And it's like, I told you I was trying to build something.
See, I don't know, only because I say that I'm not independent in a relationship, but I say that loosely because I don't date men that don't allow me to be independent. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I cling to dependency, because you already let me out. You know what I'm saying? You already let me out, so I'm back now, and I'm ready to just be what I'm supposed to be here. Cleaning, cooking, to do your thing.
Yeah, but some men, okay, and I feel you to your point and your point, but some men, and I've experienced it, they want to literally be the sole everything. Yes, I take out the trash. Yes, if you doing this, or if you got, say, okay, podcast. A man want to be sitting right there on the couch because he want to have some sense of control over something of what you're doing, or some sense of, you know what I'm saying? I get it, opening doors, the stuff that men supposed to do, manly stuff, going on dates, initiating that. But I'm just saying, like, the men who don't want you to have any independence at all. So working. Some men feel like a woman ain't supposed to work. A woman supposed to be at home.
Glory.
The man supposed to be the breadwinner, and
See, like,
where's the independence in that?
But that's the thing.
Don't piss me off.
For me, in my head, I live by that, but I live by that with my future partner, knowing that I'm making dough at the crib, broski. I do so much. I'm tending home. I got crops. I'm got fruit going on.
Crops is crazy, Asha.
That's what's happening over here. So
crazy.
you're going to reap the benefit of me being at home. home, you're gonna reap the benefit. There's gonna be dough at the crib when you come in.
And I think that's really like where it's a great line in that area. And the reason why is because, like, all right, so let's say if you do have a woman, and it's also based off of people's experiences, what they might experience in the past. So let's say you got a woman, you like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pay all the bills. I'm going to make sure that she ain't got to really do much. And then when you come home off of work, you work real hard, and then you come home to a TV dinner. You know what I'm saying? Or you come home to it.
No.
That's
See, and that's where I agree with Asha. Okay,
so you coming home to underwears that you ain't buy. I done got your underwears, your undershirts, your socks. What else did you need? I done earned up your clothes for the week. There's food in there, and I packed your lunch.
See,
but wait a minute, you can do all that.
Though? What about at month 7? At doing all that at month 7?
I did it up to year 5.
When it gets to the point where y'all like, you know what?
You're supposed to keep it going. That's a real woman.
Like
my whole thing is let me work my office job, put on my suit, put on my heels, get fine as fuck, go be a boss in my establishment. And baby, then I go home and I'm a cook and I'm a clean and I'm gonna have the kids together and I'm gonna have your work clothes set out. It's just a balance, I feel like. But don't strip me of my independence of being a boss, because that's what I want to be. I can't be a boss at home. I can't be a boss at home, sitting at home tending to you.
That's more so a dude being like a little insecure, because like at the same time, I feel like this. If we supposed to be building something, then you have to actually come with some other tools to build. Like if I got the hammer and shit, at least bring the nails. Like,
baby,
it's
I didn't want to chop the
tree Teamwork. So
I got the lumber.
We can all agree that being independent in a relationship still consists of like a partnership or like a.
I mean, you have to be independent as a relationship.
It is, like I said before in previous episodes, dipping red flags in bleach. It changed the color, but it was a red flag.
From the
beginning.
That
man being insecure, you knew that already. You seen it, you ignored it.
You chose to probably think you could fix them. I done been there. I ain't gonna lie. I done thought I could fix a couple niggas.
You know, I'm so
or maybe
far
I
on
could
my
change
journey. I'm a little older, so I'm far on my journey. I don't date guys that don't like me. I don't date dudes that don't understand what I'm doing and don't love it. They love when baby, my ex used to love that I stayed at home doing nails all day. I come home, we got DoorDash, baby. You got whatever you need. Like, what? What is it? You want me to cook or do you want a little DoorDash? You want to watch a little movie? I got something going. I got the candles going. The house is clean. But it like you said, it depends on who you are, because you are Miss Corporate, baby, likes to be in the office.
I ain't trying to be at home.
Baby, don't put me in no office.
Slaving, sweating on my edges. I'm not doing that.
They gonna say, Asha, this is not a comedian stage. You have to sit down and do some work. I can't work in no office, bookie.
But see, you don't even really gotta work in the office. Like somebody like me, like I got an entrepreneur mindset. So I'm like, all right, let's see if like I'm dating somebody or talking to somebody. I'm like, all right, what you got going on? Let's say she like, oh yeah, I just do modeling or I take a lot of pictures or whatever. I'm like, all right, well, you got products? Like, you know, you got some products that you sell. Like, you get a lot of traction on your social media. Well, kind of add some products to it. But it be like people mindset. Like when you try to come at them with some stuff like that, they'd be like, what you talking about? Ooh.
Nah, you have to be an add-on in a relationship. It's amazing. Because a lot of people don't do that. You know?
The energy got to match. It has to be a supportive environment overall. So I guess we can all agree on that, because I guess it gets into when you talking about men who this is overall just insecure.
And who you dating?
I mean, but it's both ways, because it's like, all right, so you have women that's insecure of their man that's like, oh yeah, like I feel like you out all the time, or I feel like you doing something, and to actually build something, you have to be out all the time and doing something, because you can't build nothing at home. Like as far as something that's a foundation that you're trying to really build out, and you trying to build like a business or something, or the only thing you can really build at home, let's say if you're doing stocks or Forex, that's different. But anything else where you're doing like a service or something, you got to be out doing that.
Yeah,
I agree.
And you have to be secure in whoever you dating. You got to, because baby, you got to be okay with him doing it.
But I think that comes with,
and you got to believe it.
You got to be secure with yourself first.
You're not worried about who was you with, how many girls was there. You, in your mind, you know, baby, he went out there and stumped the pavement, babe.
Right. And even if you feel uncomfortable with the situation, why not just go with him and see, okay, this what be going on, and then you can get the understanding.
Let your presence be felt. Yeah, he got a bad bitch at home. But
and I might come and I might not.
Just know I'm here.
Real word.
He got something. He got somebody.
Period. So yeah, we definitely all had 3 different perspectives, but they all somehow
tied into each other.
Yeah.
I say. Yeah.
So can you truly be independent and fully invested in a relationship? I have had to be, and it was cool. It was comfortable. He made it comfortable.
So you was fully invested as his woman and fully invested as the owner of your business. Like,
yep, and he helped me go to school.
That's supportive.
He paid for my supplies. Bless his heart. We ain't together no more. Bless him. But yeah, he was there for me, and it wasn't like, oh, she up doing nails again. He'll wake up. He'll wake up and say, "Show me your art." Balance. And I had to show him what I did, and he'd be like, "That's dope," and go to sleep.
But see, okay, me personally, I feel that when you're trying to do that, okay, I'm just gonna come from a perspective of me. I'm a mother. I got 2 daughters, and then me trying to have a man, and then me trying to maintain my business. It can get overwhelming at times. So I feel like it's important, like how you said, he'll be supportive of what you're doing. Mm-hmm. He'll pour into it financially, whatever. Just be that support. Or baby, let me see what you did today. Yeah, we need that.
He always wanted to, and he always called it art. He never said she doing little nails. And
it's like he was as passionate as you about what you were doing. That's important because that shit get overwhelming. You telling me I gotta be a mama. I gotta listen to you talk about school and homework and shit. Then I gotta hear this nigga talking about what he want for dinner. Then I gotta, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I just had a whole day with Faithful and Unfiltered. We coming up with topics. Me and Asha talking about whatever we talking about. I'm doing school. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a certain balance you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, I think that come with like discipline and just like scheduling everything out. Cause like I'm not gonna lie, I used to just wing everything, and I thought that was the way to go about it. I thought that like you just wing everything. You wake up in the morning, no plans, just go. And then like I start realizing like, damn, I'm missing out on stuff, or like I might have just stayed somewhere too long, or and then I missed out on something else. So it's like I had to realize, all right, let me go ahead and discipline myself, start scheduling everything out, and then once I start scheduling everything out, the balance really happened there.
Yeah. So as far as so with your business that you was doing, because I know you didn't over the years didn't had a bunch of stuff going on, but specifically when you did your cleaning business, were you in a relationship?
Partially and partially not. So for the majority of the time, I wasn't in a relationship, just because I don't think that to even get to like where I got, I don't think I could have been in a relationship, because every day I was so focused on that I couldn't focus on even being in a relationship. Like it was times where like people would talk to me, and I wouldn't even.
You gotta pick one, like.
But it was because of like the type of foundation that I was trying to build. So like because I was investing, I was doing a lot of things. So like when somebody would be, in the morning when you would be sending good morning texts, I'm not worried about sending good morning texts. I'm looking at Forex and I'm looking at the stock market. I'm trying to see what's going on in the market, and then also I'm trying to see who calling off so I can make sure I got that position filled. So I can't, by the time I send the text out, you like, man, it's afternoon, blah, 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 blah.
It's never happened to me before.
Instead of being understanding, it's like I was getting like, hey, dang, how you gonna hit me up this late?
So the person being, like we were saying, I guess, supportive and pouring into what you're doing. But then, okay, so another thing, I think it's the stage you at with your business. Are you just now starting up? Have you been doing this for a while? Have you developed your own personal balance with what you're doing? Now you can bring on a partner. Mm-hmm. And now you got time to, okay, I know how this is going to go. I got this set up. Now I could text her and give her an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Of my time.
I never experienced that before. I don't know. I don't know what it is about your girl, but a man could be I've dated very, very, very busy men, and I was always made a priority.
Yeah, I mean, like, it just depends
on,
simple
like, good morning, even if it was a GM, I've always got it.
Showing somebody, I guess, that they on your mind. But, I mean, your values of what's important to you at the time. We could just be honest with ourselves. Right now, I don't give a damn about dating you. I want to get where I need to get. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta know who
I don't
you
even think it was that. I think it was just like like, all right, boom, like out inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? Because it's when you really trying to like especially like at the part where I was at, when you really trying to build something and you trying to build a foundation, and more so like you were about dating, but then also too like me, I was at the point where I'm like, all right, I'm trying to build this for me, but then I'm also trying to have some stuff going in the background for my family. Like I'm looking at a lot of stuff, so I'm trying to build a lot of foundations at one time. So if I can't, instead of me having to send a good morning, like maybe you should have sent a good morning. You know what I'm saying? That's
it can work both ways.
I'm looking at it like this, like not even like I'm the prize stuff, but like any situation that I get in, I'm like, all right, boom, let's boom. I'm trying to bring value to the team, so it's like I want that same value back. In return.
I think it's keep going back to know who you dating.
Dating, yeah.
Know who you dating. You must date your type. Stop putting red flags in the bleach. If this person get upset with you for not sending a good morning text, that's not the woman for you. Because the woman for you is like, boom. It's just like with me. I'm super busy. All I got to do is press a microphone on my phone and say, hey, I'm doing nails, but I hope you have a blessed and productive day. Send.
It's just all about if that person is on your mind, if that person is important to you. Like, where they hold value at in your life and what you're doing. Like, I always go back to my kids. My kids are very important to me. So I have to prioritize what they got going on in their life along with what I got going on. Trying to still be a successful businesswoman in everything that I'm trying to do. But Raya got a game today. I need to make sure I'm at that game. So I love them, though. That's their priority. And I know sometimes I might slip up and fall, too. I might fall off as a parent in a relationship, too. I guess it just goes with prioritizing your time. Because just because you necessarily couldn't send that good morning text, that don't mean that person ain't.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about you.
I was thinking about you, baby, but I literally was doing 50,000 things.
At once, yeah. And it's like,
so I get that, too.
I need to get busier, huh?
Because even with me, like, and this is just being honest, like, when I start trying to prioritize somebody, like, it interfered with my business. Because even to the point where it's like, all right, boom, I'm trying to, dib and dab and, kind of move over a little bit. And then it's like, all right, now this person's like, hey, I need some time. And I'm like, all right, well, come over here. We don't got to,
come where
like,
I'm at.
I get tired of coming up there to the office and doing this and that.
I'm an alien.
I want to go somewhere and, all this other stuff.
So would y'all say that, I guess it's important to have your foundation in your business up and running before you try to involve another person?
I think that
unless y'all got the same common goal and y'all doing the same common thing.
I think that like with dating with anybody, I think that you should just meet them on their level.
Yeah.
Like and understand, cause like I think that the problem is that people are expecting so much instead of like coming with more understanding. Like, hey, look, I understand that you busy, these days, and I know that you be, wherever you are or doing whatever you're doing, right? So instead of me trying to take you away from that, why don't I involve myself in that more? And then that way, you can have a little bit more time to spend with me, and then, I can have a little bit more time to invest in you, because mentally, if you take that away, then boom, I have no other option but to, boom, she making it easy on me, let me make it easy on her. And that's how it's supposed to be, because in a lot of times, people won't really say this, but it's like, all right, when you dating a woman, it's a lot that comes out of you, whether it's financially, mentally, like, it's easy to wash some dishes and, clean the kitchen. Like, I could do that shit all day. I do that shit my damn self all the time. But then, like, when it comes to actually, like...
You be surprised. Like, some niggas ain't gonna do it.
Most people don't realize it, but,
they
like...
say they can, and it be 50.
You be held up to the ceiling, like
the
nigga.
mental part, that's what, that's what's more important. Like, or even with, like, kids. Like, most women be like, oh, well, I be in the house with the kids. But then, like, you in the house in the bed. Like, you not... with the kids, like, hey, boom, we got a chalkboard in the crib, like, I'm just teaching them this, like, you know what I'm saying? I was learning Spanish and stuff in the 3rd grade. I don't remember it now because I don't use it, but it was just stuff that, I was learning at home that by the time I got to school, they was like, oh, we can't even put him with the rest of the kids. Like, we got to put him in a gifted class.
So it can be a mother at home doing it. I get it.
So what you think, friend? What you think about ghosting in situationships? Because, honey, I just got ghosted.
that can contribute, in my opinion, to having a lot going on or just not, not interested. But I've ghosted people, honestly. If I just had too much on my plate and I'm dealing with trying to get my stuff together, and they're not seeing eye to eye with me, you're not agreeing with my plans or my dreams or my schedule of being busy of what I got going, baby, you getting ghosted. So
I got ghosted and I just did some ghosting. So
it gotta align with your life. Everything that you're doing.
I look at it as protection. I can't. Like I keep saying, I'm too far in my life where I'm not changing no red flag, baby. You're red.
And see, I can understand it too, but like me, like, all right, so when I was younger, I used to be very social. As I got older, I became antisocial. And
Why? What
then,
happened? I wish I can turn it off. I can't turn it off.
Like I used to, be in a lot of different crowds and stuff, and then after a while, I just got tired of a lot of, stuff. So I was just like, you know what?
Dial it down a
I was
bit.
like, what if I just disappeared from everybody for a minute? And then I just did that, and then people kind of, everybody kind of disappeared for a while. And then I was just like, I like this. I was like, this is so much peaceful.
Can't you be more productive and focused on what you're doing when you ain't got the noise of everybody around you? Like,
I mean, it's just depending on like the type of person you are, or like what you really going for. Because sometimes that extra noise is needed. Like sometimes you need white noise to go to sleep.
Leave me alone.
So some people have on a TV when they go to sleep, and then some people sleep with the TV off. It's been different points in my life where I'm just like,
but what if the noise is unnecessary noise? Like, girl, you ain't even talking about nothing. Shut up.
That's different though, because you gotta, you know what I'm saying. With that, it's like you gotta be like, all right, look. Like even with friends, family, like, cause I've been in situations where I had to tell my family like, I'm not fucking with y'all. Like I don't appreciate what y'all did, or what y'all did. Like, I'm saying this as a man. What y'all did, it hurt me. So I'm not fucking with y'all right now.
But that'd be hard though. Like I think me and Asha was literally just talking about this the other day. Like the people who matter to me, important to me, my siblings, my family. That if they're not as supportive of me as I feel like they should be, because I promise you, if any of them are doing anything, I'm their number one fan. I'm sharing, I'm posting, I'm tuning in, I'm hyping you up, and I feel like part of me wants to pull that back because it's like I'm doing all these great things. Ask me, let me tell you something. It's 8 of us. Ask me how many of my siblings, with the book I just published, even acknowledged my book. Like that, it really make you feel a way about the people that, and it kind of make you rethink the people that you prioritize in your life as people you care about. You know what I'm saying?
It do, but you got to understand that, like, all right, so, because even me, like, for instance, like, I got a little brother. My little brother probably never went with me on a cleaning job. You know what I'm saying? He probably never, you know what I'm saying? But I don't look at it as like, damn, bro, you wasn't fucking with me. Like, now me and him did have some conversations where I'm like, damn, fool, why you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You work at FedEx, you could have came work for the boy. Like, what you doing? Like, I would have paid you the same shit. Like, go on, fuck with me. But then it's more so like having an understanding of like what you trying to build or your vision. Everybody might not see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we only got our eyes, and we can only see it a certain way. You know what I'm saying? If that person might not understand what you're trying to build, they not going to see it the same way, because they might not be building nothing of their own, so they don't understand the work that you put in it or nothing. Like, I know, like, shit, even when I was doing my stuff, like, I was using different people's addresses. Like, I had my address, but then, like, I was never at home. So I was like, you know what? Let me start sending this stuff to my parents' house. And then I start getting calls every other day, like, hey, you got a mountain of boxes over here. UPS delivered all this stuff. Amazon delivered all this stuff.
They didn't know you had all that going on.
Yeah, to the point where I had to end up, I was like, all right, well, let me go ahead and give me a little storage and shit. That way I ain't got to hear nothing. And then he'll call me again, hey, you still got boxes coming over here. They won't stop. I'm just like, damn, let me just try to split it up a little bit more.
Yeah. I used to feel the same way about, like, the lack of family support. But I really had to understand these are people who have never even really had dreams. No shade. No shade. If what you do is go to work and go home and that's it, that's your thing. But it's a lot of people in my family who that's who they are. So when you dream big, it looks insane to them. I'm prepared for you to look at me as crazy as you want to, because once I'm at the top, I'm not even going to use that against you. Come on and have a seat. Look what I did.
So you think that it's more of them not understanding because they don't have that drive versus just not supporting?
In my case, in my family, they are not. I'm the most outgoing person in my entire family. My peoples like to sit. You know, my mom likes to sit real pretty, real quiet. My mom's always quiet. She claps like this. She supports me, but do she understand? Probably not. But she's like, okay, my daughter's super creative. My daughter likes to talk. My daughter, she'll say those things, but I can just see it in her that she's happy for me, but they don't really fully understand. And it's not, we got to stop, because it's so easy to be negative. I like to put myself in other people's shoes, and that's exactly what I did. And when I did that, I realized my family is okay with going to work and just doing that. They cool with it.
And not,
Yeah, so it's not necessarily like they trying not to support me. They just do what they do. And I do what I do.
Yeah, because if you look at it, you got some people who will push through their comforts, the uncomfortables, and just try to get to a comfort point, like a comfort zone. But then you got other people who, they really don't understand like that portion of it because they weren't taught that. Like even in most of our parents' cases, most of us got older parents, and at that time it wasn't really no internet, and a lot of us came from, you know what I'm saying, poverty situations. So it's like when you think about it, they don't know. Like education wasn't really prioritized. Like a lot of them was having families. They was like, hey, you know, we gonna get a little job, and then, you know, Boeing, or, you know, we gonna go to Pepsi, Coca-Cola,
and they stick with that, baby, and they retire
to the end. And I
can't
commend
see it.
people like that, but I cannot work a 9 to 5. I cannot sit still. I am a creative. I have to. You
like-minded people, though. Like I can do a 9 to 5, but this 9 to 5 has to be a part of my plan to get me here. I'm doing this for now because, you know, I got kids, I got bills, I got shit to do. But baby, this 9 to 5 ain't the end all be all for me. I see something so much, you know.
But knowing what you know about me, you know I get sick if I can't
be creative.
I get sick. I get literally shut down. I can't think. I have to create.
Like for me, it's kind of a weird thing working a 9 to 5 because I haven't worked one in so long, and I just really started working. So it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I do hate it because it's not what I'm used to. I'm used to having free time, used to being able to get up, do what I want.
Schedule.
Unless somebody called off for something. Other than that, like, I was doing me. Like, I wake up, I ain't got shit to do. I'm fucking with people. And that's when you get to a certain point in your business. Like, at first it went like that, but shit, once I got to, I was like, shit, I'm waking up, I ain't doing shit.
He used to text me these happy ass texts. I'm at the hotel. Leave me the fuck alone. No, but he was always been supportive. Like, he'd be, what did you report into yourself today? Shit, I'm clocking in as we speak. Like, I don't have time for that. But he really, like, was a support. Like, he really, like, the mindset that I have now, I can honestly say he played a role in that, because he always told me every day, invest something into yourself. He was always doing it. When he had his business, it was thriving, and I saw it. And I'm like, how do you got so much time to just, I ain't gonna say fuck off. I don't know what he was doing. He was having fun. Shit. I want to do that.
I agree with you, though, in being an entrepreneur. In the beginning, it was like, hard. But now, somebody can cancel, and I'll be like, what are we doing, Ashley?
Right. What we doing today?
I had a cancellation. I'm not upset about it. They paid their retainer fee. This blocked off my time.
And then that kind of go back into what we was talking about earlier, where like even like with family and friends, where it's like when you start getting that extra time, and when you like, man, and then you text people and they like, yeah, I'm at work. Like,
I used to say that to him all the time.
I'm at work.
I can't do this today.
Too much to offer.
He used to be always telling me, what did I tell you?
Why you at work, man? Get your ass over here.
And they be looking like, dang, you know?
Yeah.
And it be times where it's up and down. Sometimes you up, sometimes you up. I done went to sleep with $0 and woke up and been so creative. I had 500 by 8 p.m.
Yep.
And it's been times where they cancel, and I'm like, now you know I needed that. Why would you cancel on me?
Just like in my case, like when I had to get my job, like, and I just started working, I probably been working for maybe like a year and a half. And like my last job was like in 2019. Before that, like 2018, 2019. So it's like when it got to that point, and I'm just like, damn, I gotta get a job. And I was thinking about all the shit that I was talking to everybody. I'm like, yeah, fuck you getting a job, folks.
Yeah.
Right? All that shit.
He used to be the number one person on my line.
I'm in the same boat, friend. I
But it's like you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and that's what that was what goes back to saying this ain't the end all be all. We just at a point where it's like, okay, I gotta work this for now.
Yes,
but
I didn't have to go get me a job.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with
Ain't that something?
It's a stepping stone. It's your business partner. You know what I'm saying? You
use
deal
it
with
as
a
a
little bit of
stage.
time, but you might not be there as long as Miss Betty or, you know what I'm saying?
I will
Andrew,
not be there
who
as
been
long
there
as
since
Betty.
I refuse.
1965, goddamn.
Yeah, they better
They
not
like, we
piss
better
me off.
retire in 3 years. I was like,
Oh, baby.
I remember me and my mom used to be talking. She was like, yeah, I'm trying to retire at this time. I'm like, shit, me too. I'm trying to retire when you retire, baby. Like, shit, we outside. She
For
looking at me
real.
crazy. What you
All
talking
the
about?
hard work though, putting into your investing in yourself. Do something for yourself every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
And you gotta, going back to the topic, you gotta date somebody who
Understand.
with that.
Yeah.
That's what. So what do y'all?
It happens. You can find that person that just I done been there. Not even just one relationship,
But
several
thrive until
relationships.
then, because instead of settling for okay, because that I feel like that's kind of settling on yourself. Like I deal with this, but then you taking away from time that you could have been putting into whatever your craft is because you trying to please this person and make them stick around or see what you see. And
I mean, it's supposed to be a compromise in a relationship, but it's a certain level of compromise. Like, as far as, like, you don't, like, lower yourself to compromise, but you build the person up. Like, you got to bring them up. And then, like, even when you bring the person up, you still kind of, like, you lose sometimes because of the gap. Because it's like a difference in, like, when you reach down and when you pull somebody up, you always like lose a little bit, you know what I'm saying, whether it's time or whatever.
are you worth it though? Meet me here, because is that person worth it? I
Yeah,
don't have
you
so
gotta
many
reach your
times
hand up. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta reach your hand up for
If
me
where
to be
I'm
like,
reaching down.
you gotta reach your hand up, because if you don't reach your hand up and I'm just reaching down, shit.
If you dating somebody that's worth it, it's effortless.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know what it is. I don't play when you become my man. I just.
But see, anybody that you dating,
That's
it should
me
be
too,
that,
though.
because it's 7 trillion people in the world.
Yeah.
If you're not dating no person that you feel like you could go to the other side of the world and date someone. We got passport bros and passport girls right now. Like, motherfuckers is like, all right, fuck, I can't find what I need to the U.S. Let me go to Spain.
Get out of here.
Like, let me just find what I need in the
I
Philippines.
don't know why I can see you doing that. I don't know why
Africa.
I can see her doing that, like branching off and coming back with her. Where you get him from, Ash?
Baby, Matumbo. Beat your chest, babe.
Mandingo.
Show him. Show him you strong.
For
Yeah,
real
baby.
though, y'all.
I can.
I definitely
I'm
can.
just such a
And he's
I'm
different, and he
always
walk in the room, and you like,
And
you
other
know he
people-
ain't from here.
Yeah, and people
He ain't
looking
from
like,
nowhere.
what? And I'm looking like,
She like, I met him on Safari.
look, come in.
Welcome. No, but okay, yeah. So look, how do y'all feel? Okay, because I know like just the culture we live in today, it really like promotes like independence, women, and the I don't need a man era of, I got this. I can cook for myself. I got my own car, own job, own money. I do my own everything. You know what I'm saying? How do you? Because me personally, I'm a relational person. So how do y'all feel about that? Like, how do you thrive in a world like that where everybody is? And it messes with the man and the woman too, because men already expect you. They come into something expecting you to be one of those. Especially don't let you be independent. They looking at it away. I've dated and I've seen. So like, how do you even thrive in that type of world?
We love real independent women, but me as a man, like, I know that in a lot of those situations, it's always a man in the background.
Ooh,
Some of them trips, like,
you know
like
what?
y'all remember that video
can be
where
as independent
the
as you
girl,
want on
the girl was on that
Instagram.
trip. The girl was on that trip. She was like, yeah.
And the
and then
man
when she
in-
turned around, he was like, oh no, show me. Show me. The fat
He
boy on
paid
the
for
bed,
the
he was
whole
like,
thing.
Oh no, show who paid for this. You gonna
I
show who
don't know
paid
what's
for it.
wrong with me. I'm a hopeless romantic. This is him. I just don't.
Yeah.
No, we talking about like more so like as far as like the culture though. What you see as far as like a lot of women, they'll be like, yeah, I'm out of town by myself.
I'm out of town with this nice man.
That's how I am too, though. It's like I'm not finna sit up here and
stun on you. I can't. Thank you for bringing me.
Yeah.
Nice
yeah,
guy.
but that's what we live in the culture where right now female stunning is at an all-time high.
It
like,
is,
female.
baby.
I ain't gonna lie, the female side, y'all cap level is surpassed all of the niggas. Like,
but hold on, cause
the
some
level of
niggas be
cap
falling
is
for
crazy.
it. They don't be knowing that this woman got Bob and Joe sponsoring all this shit. On top of whatever her business, he bought the whole supply of her wigs that she sell.
He probably
but y'all don't know that.
He probably trying to get up in there.
I don't know. I like
trying to take her through there.
I enjoy being independent, and it's okay. And I enjoy being independent in my relationship, but I'm just a domesticated woman. I've been independent enough.
Yeah,
I did enough today on my own.
But see that
I believe in letting a man be a man.
Yeah.
Like, come be a man in my life, please.
But I think that's where the confusion part of, cause like people be like, I be seeing like a lot of stuff where women be like, yeah, grandpa used to do this, but I'm like, was y'all watching what grandma was doing? Cause grandma was doing a lot too. Just because grandma wasn't going to work, that don't mean that grandma was just sitting at home. Oh man, I can't.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Nah, grandma used to like, and this even from me knowing, like, just watching my grandma. Like, I remember my grandma used to sell pies and stuff.
Yes.
Like, she had
That's
motion.
okay.
She wasn't just
She
in the
just
crib
wants to
just
be
sitting
sold.
down. Like, I remember grandma used to know all the boosters. So, you know what I'm saying? You need some clothes and stuff. Like, grandma got all the boosters coming through what you want. Like, yeah, real stuff. Like, candy ladies, all that stuff. So, it's like, when you see, like, today's version of that, and then I know that more so it's kind of a generational thing because people are seeing what their parents did or what their people might did. So somebody see their mama just at the crib just chilling and shit. Sit y'all bad ass down. I'm trying to watch my stories. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you got that shit going on, then it's a mindset thing because that's what you seen growing up. So when you
And that's why
older,
the
you
culture
like,
is becoming less and less and less and less domesticated. Women don't want to be kept. They want to be outside.
They want to be kept a little bit how they want to be kept.
Yeah, okay.
They want to be kept financially. I noticed just from
But you ain't doing what you
looking at
supposed to
other
do.
women, they want to be kept financially. And I guess that's where I keep some independence because I'm going to make the dough. Don't ever worry about it. I'm going to make the dough. But ick. Don't give you the ick. I just can never be that kind of woman. No shade to the ones, girl, get it how you live, girl. Sell it. Whatever you got to do. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no.
I think it's supposed to be
gotta
a
have my
balance, 'cause
sense of me.
you can have a woman that's a breadwinner in a relationship, like even it's situations right now where it's some dudes that get with a woman. She might be so far ahead, just you know what I'm saying, just because she might not have had to go through certain situations he might have to go through. So she might be so far ahead to the point where she like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and still fuck with dude, and then as a man, you gotta accept that because I done seen situations where. It just got to be balanced. Like, if the person can't accept that, like, if you, let's say you like, all right, boom. When a lot of people be like, such and such would have never done this. Like, that's a bad mindset to have. Instead of just being like, all right, look, if I can't build with you, if I can't work with you, even if we have a problem. If we have a problem and we can work through the problem, then it's worth it. But if we have a problem and we can't work through the problem, or we can't, then it's no point because then that's when you come into the point where, like, you like, all right, I'm wasting my time with this situation.
Got a blast.
And a lot of people know that they be wasting their time with a situation.
And they just
be
hold
like,
on.
they
It
be
ain't
like,
in me no
oh
more."
man, I gotta do this. Like, I gotta make this person convert. Nah, you ain't gonna make them convert.
What you just say? 7 billion? How many people in the world?
It's 7 billion.
I'll go find me
people.
one. I'll take my chances. Goodbye.
Man, but
Somebody is gonna be and it's crazy because it's not even just one person that's gonna check off all the boxes, but you have to use your discernment to know which person was made for you.
Yep.
Because I done been in 2 different relationships where they both was all of that. Supportive. I done got sober in a relationship. I done started businesses in a relationship. But you got to use your discernment to know, okay, well, they both check off all the boxes, but who does my heart thump for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, when I see him, I get butterflies. When I see him, I just get a little nauseous a little bit.
Just
You got to be honest with yourself. You got to don't hang on to nobody because of no convenience, because of loneliness, none of that, because you're going to block who's for you. And I'm somebody real, man.
Yeah, I think overall, just
I'm ribbing right now.
if it's balanced out right, you use discernment when picking the person. They're supportive of you, you're supportive of them. I truly, and it all goes into one, like not being jealous, understanding. Some days I might be 60, I might need my partner to be 40. Oh, I think I did that right, y'all. I'm kind of slow. But anyway,
because sometimes you up and he not, and sometimes
being able to make up that other percentage that your partner ain't making up. I think that's what matters in a relationship, and being independent, and y'all both can really come together for a greater,
Yeah.
And the moment you feel irked about that, that's not your guy.
And do not sugarcoat.
Because I don't care. I done been in that situation where I had to give a whole lot and I did not care. Here you go, Pookie. Because when I was down, you was up and you made sure I was straight.
Yeah, and I think that's where that balance comes in. A lot of times it's just that people don't have certain conversations that they should have prior to even getting in a relationship. Yeah. Like, I think that when you are dating somebody or when y'all at that point, that talking stage, like, you got to ask some wild ass shit. You got to be like, hey, look, if I was to go broke, like, you just got to ask, like,
have some uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah, facts.
Because you might not like the answer
and you
that they're going
to
to
keep your body parts to yourself. That will confuse you.
Have you ignoring every damn thing.
He'll say, I'm like this, and you'll say, you know what, that's cool. It was not cool before you had sex with him, girl. Keep your body parts
just
to yourself until you fully get to know somebody. I'm not saying abstain to marriage. I'm abstaining to marriage. And I don't feel like everybody should. But even if I wasn't abstaining to marriage, I'm not giving it up until I know this person really, really understand me.
Dick fog is cool. Real. Your mind be cloudy.
Gosh. You be like, then when you done, you be like, I thought he loved me. Girl, he loved the idea of me.
Oh,
he loved what I was. It wasn't.
But see, it's also too, like, a lot of times when you first meet somebody, for like the first 2 weeks, they got on a mask. Like, they be trying to be the best version of themselves.
Say that.
They be trying to be like, so amazing. And then when that third week come around, they doing some different stuff. You like, hold on.
But I feel like even then, you still start seeing the little stuff in them first few weeks when they being so amazing. Because some people can't contain it. They gonna give a look. They gonna do something. You gonna be like, did I just see? Hold on, was that a little? That's a little jealousy, or
the only person who can trick you is really a narcissist because they good at it. I dated a narcissist where I just really didn't see it until like 6 months in. I'm like, oh, kooky. You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and I'm cuckoo for, and it was a female too. So I'm like, whooping cats is insane. This girl is insane.
Yeah.
No.
I done dated a few narcissists, so baby, that's a whole episode on its own.
Yeah. Yikes.
I just like balance. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you can't have like nothing's ever gonna be perfect. So like it's gonna be a little crazy, but it's like the levels of crazy that you're willing to accept. Like I'm willing to accept you left the fork in a sink. Like, you know what? Let me get that real quick. I go ahead and get that fork. Like I'm willing to accept some crazy stuff like that. But I'm not willing to accept come in the house like, you throw the fork. You left a fork in the sink.
Hold on.
Like, hold on. Like,
we need to get you some help, sir.
Because you done left a fork in the sink. Don't touch me.
Yeah, like, it just be like, all right, it don't be that serious.
So,
that's really all I had on the topic.
Me too. I think to wrap it all up, in all three different perspectives, they all was dope, and they was all something that people needed to see. And we all different. It's different strokes for different folks, but at the end of it, it all came down to we need to be dating who can get with us back. And we can get with them. Like, so being independent in a relationship, you're gonna have to be independent, but whoever you dating, y'all gotta get them levels down.
It's possible. You just gotta, like she said, discernment at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ignore them red flags, baby, and just it gotta be levels. Support where support is given.
Yeah, I feel like if more people date like the people that's actually meant for them, like instead of stop trying to hold on or worry about being lonely,
Or make somebody into something
it'll be
they
less
not.
statuses on Facebook that I gotta see on my timeline, or just like less stuff that I gotta read. Cause that's what be killing me. I be like, damn, why you just don't leave? Like I be seeing that stuff. Why
you
y'all
said this
just
6
don't
months
leave?
ago.
them
Baby, you
folks?
still
Like,
there?
Yeah. I be like, hey,
I'm surprised. Then you kick them to the curb.
I thought y'all broke up. Like,
Right, yeah.
Y'all back together?
Man. So
But
yeah,
yeah.
I definitely appreciate y'all input. I do feel a little bit like an alien, but that's because it could be because I'm a little older.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just at the stage where I want to keep home, make my dough, make my money, and make the dough. I made sourdough, babe. Would you like a sandwich?
It's just
Like
a culture.
I'm
we
at that
live in.
point in my life that I just that I want.
I'm getting there. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like I gotta have a partner that's there with me. So it's like, yeah. But we do thank you for coming on today.
So dope. Thank you.
Thank you for the perspectives and just the good conversation, keeping it flowing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Woo!
See y'all next time.